Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Something in CNN's news cycle today, other mainstream sources as well, why Chinese social media is comparing Lisa Simpson and Kamala Harris. Again, going with this theory that the Simpsons have an eye into the future with so many interesting, correct predictions. It's been pointed out since Inauguration Day when Kamala dressed as showing this parallel with her and Lisa, because Lisa Simpson is the first female president in U.S. history in The Simpsons. And again, what Kamala wore on Inauguration Day when she became vice president was very similar to what Lisa Simpson wears as the president of the United States. And here's what we pointed out about that. January 20th, 2021, Inauguration Day. At the same time, we were pointing out when Kamala was 59 years old and Joe Biden was 81, we were pointing that there would be this passing of the torch, if you will, this terminology they're using now, because again, it was the 59th election where they supposedly got a record 81 million votes. But I was pointing out then how that episode of The Simpsons, where Lisa's the first president and her outfit's like Kamala's, I was pointing out that episode came out March 19th, 2000, which was 152 days after Kamala Harris's birthday. And notice how in Gematria, Kamala Devi Harris, her full name, equals 152. Woo! Bless me, I guess. Apologies. Joe Biden also has that Gematria 152. And remember, the first President's Day when they took office fell on the 15th day of the second month. 15/2, the way the majority of the world writes it, the 46th day of the year for Joe Biden, number 46. Again, elected 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday as the nation's second Catholic president when the first JFK was killed at 46. And in Gematria, Catholic equals 46. Again, we were pointing that out way before it happened, how it looked like it was rigged for Joe and what Beau Biden's death had to do with it. But yeah, this 152 thing. Remember, on the 152nd day of this year, and we said to watch out for this back at the very beginning when they took office. We said watch for the 152nd day of the year, 2024, when Kamala's 59, when Joe Biden's 81. We said, watch to see what's in the news. And you know what ended up being in the news that day? The death of Michelle Obama's mother, which is interesting because a lot of people think Michelle would make a great president someday. And again, Michelle Obama turned 60 at the beginning of this year. Kamala is about to turn 60 in October this year. It's the 60th presidential election. But yes, now they're going with this phrase, pass the torch. And that phrase has that Gematria 152. When Joe Biden stepped down, July 21st, he said he was passing the torch. Pass the torch, 152. And then, funny enough, at the U.S. Olympics, or the World Olympics, but just the U.S. in the opening ceremony, they send Snoop Dogg to represent. And, we were pointing out how Snoop Dogg has the exact same October 20th birthday as Kamala Harris. And he's carrying the torch. He's passing the torch. He's getting the torch passed to him. They're both California, And remember, Kamala was born the exact same day that Herbert Hoover died, a former president. And don't forget, Herbert Hoover, that's the Great Depression, right? But it was Gerald Ford in the Herbert Hoover Library explaining how someday we'll get the first female president. He was answering a little girl's question. He told her, the first female president will not be voted in. They will be vice president, and an old man will be the president, and that old man will die. Look it up. He said it October 18th, 1989, answering a little girl's question at the Herbert Hoover Library. Herbert Hoover died October 20th, 1964, in the year of the Civil Rights Act. Same exact day Kamala was born. Same year Trump began his Jesuit education at Fordham. That's a whole nother one, but Gematria, again, you learn this. You see why they're doing this with Snoop at age 52, who has the same birthday as Kamala. And again, the Gematria thing, it explains why they do these rituals. Why Kamala became the presumptive nominee 123 days after Willie Brown's birthday when she climbed to the top right in Willie's Willie. It was the fastest way to the top in San Francisco, Sausage City. But anyway, remember, it's been a 123 show with Kamala since she took office. Schumer endorsed her at the top of the Senate for the Democrats 123 days after his birthday. That same day she came out to Beyonce's song Freedom for the first time, and Beyonce gifted it to her. And we won't even get into Beyonce being 42 right now, and Kamala having people question her blackness on the 42nd day of the year back in 2019 on February 11th, the anniversary of her mother's passing, in light of 42 in Black history. But yeah, again, this Gematria thing, it just, if you can see what's going on, you learn Gematria, you can really connect the dots and be like, wow, they put down this racial code throughout history, all these clues throughout history, even having the Lisa Simpson episode with Kamala dressed the exact same, come out on the 152 days after Kamala's birthday. It's just, But yeah, that post I showed you was from January 21st, 2020. And again, it's why we said we had the 152nd day of this year circled, the day that Michelle's mother is announced dead. And again, if you don't follow my website, it is GematriaEffect.news. There's a free Gematria calculator on there. You can download it. Works offline. You don't need an internet connection. This post was actually from one day after Inauguration Day. So, the day after Inauguration Day. Just talking about the Lisa Simpson episode that they were comparing Kamala to. And notice years later, they're saying, oh, Chinese people are looking at this. Well, back when it happened, a lot of American people were looking at this. It's just all the media is programming, trying to associate conspiracy with China now. We'll leave it there for now. Thank you again to everyone who hits the like and the share. And until next time, Truth Seeker.